Time for one of my most requested videos. I'm going to be showing you guys the AFK Rock reward drop rates. People have been asking me this all day, so I got the news and I got the secret leaks and I got it all for you. If you guys don't know, my actual degree is in hacking your mom's Facebook account, so I am very qualified to do this. So let's go first take a look at the ratios. So we're going to go over the most common items first. I've already done the math for you, and then we're going to go over the rarer items like Kenny. So first up, I calculated the odds here. So I've been running this for about 48 hours, or pretty close to 40 hours. Maybe it's like 36, I don't know. Over 24 hours. And this is what we got. So what we can use with this, guys, is we can calculate the odds of getting the easy to get items. So based on this, I got about roughly like 297 items. And based on the fact that I got 10 mounts, I'm estimating the amount percentage at somewhere between 3 and 5% drop rate. All right. Okay, and you guys can see I got the same amount of prism pets as I have the mount, so we can also estimate the prism pet drop rate to be about 3 to 5% as well. Now, before we get any more deep into this video, there's another thing that is going to help you get a lot of stuff in this game, and that is you need to have Ultra VIP. That is going to allow you to get roughly 20% more rewards. And you may be like, bro, I don't want to spend the Robux on Ultra VIP, and that's when your boy Blam got you. If you guys take a look here, I got 100 Ultra VIPs, so I am ready to give a ton away. Comment down below your Roblox username if you want an Ultra VIP, so you can increase your chances of grinding, all right? Make sure you guys subscribe and like as well. We're on the road to 100K subs. We were very freaking close. So we've already covered a couple of the items. Now, what about the stupid food, right? There's actually two types of food in the AFK chamber. Okay, we have the legendary food that gives 2 million. Now, I'm not gonna lie, 2 million XP is actually pretty good, and this one gives 1 million. All right, I actually already estimated the odds for these, and I have the food legend at about 25% drop rate, and I have the food epic at about a 65% drop rate. All right, so for this video, we are going to normalize these numbers. So based on this, I'm estimating the prism pet and the mount at about 4%. So we're gonna base our numbers around this. So now we need to figure out, guys, how many of each exist. So we're going to take a look at our units, and 3.8 thousand of these exist. And let's take a look at our pet. All right, 0 exist. Well, that's great. Well, that's unfortunate. That's going to make it a little bit harder for us to calculate the odds, but not impossible. So based on these numbers of what's going on here, we can kind of estimate how many SPUs are the ratio. So for SPUs, we know there's a lot that exist, and actually I can tell you exactly how many exist because I've already planned for this. And how can I do that? I'm actually going to claim, and if you guys don't know, your serial calculates when you join the lobby. So whenever you get the unit, join the lobby ASAP so your serial can calculate. If you wait hours, you're going to get a way worse serial. So I have my alt account loaded up here, and we can now figure out how many of these exist in the game. All right, so this one is the one I already equipped. So we're going to wait for some of these serials to load. And then this is going to be the number of these that exist in the game. And we're going to compare that to our 3.8 thousand number. Now, if you guys want to get the most accurate number, you actually need to rejoin a private server. So we are going to do that right now. So I'm going to leave this game. And we're going to join a private server, and we're going to get the most accurate possible numbers. All right. F in the chat for my Roblox stock. You guys don't want to know how many thousands of dollars I have that I lost. Anyways, it's tough out here. All right, let's go hop in a private server and we'll get the updated numbers. All right, unfortunately, this game takes forever to load the serials. So here we go, guys. There's 114,000 of these that exist in the game. So we can use this to calculate the odds, right? Now, how do we do that? So to do that, we're going to say 4% is 114,000. We'll just say 115,000, right? Okay, and the odds of getting the secret SW unit, all right, is my current estimation is about 1%. All right, and my calculation is there's about 3,800 of these. Okay, so we can actually do the math on that one. So there we go, and there we go. So let's go take a look. And I also want to check one more thing. The thing I am trying to check, is it possible to get the normal version? Because I've yet to see somebody get the normal version of one of these units. All right, so apparently it is actually possible to get the normal versions. I've only seen people with SWs. So I will factor that in later. All right, it's all good. So 3,800 of these, and I actually got the numbers. The prismatic SWs, there's exactly 30 that exist right now. So we can also calculate that as well based on these numbers. So that means the prismatic SW is 100 times as rare as the secret SW. So that means these numbers are linked. So this number is going to be 1/100th of the secret number. So that's why I bumped it down 2 zeros for my calculation. So technically speaking, it might be as high as this, but based on my numbers, I believe the number is probably, this might be right. It's somewhere between these two numbers. I will do the math in a second. So here we go, 115. So now we gotta ratio these numbers together. Now, how do you do that per se? All right. So we want to do 115 divided by 3.8. So that means this is 30 times rarer. This Prism Pet is 30 times rarer. So that actually means this number is pretty close to correct. Because remember, we were like, it's around 3 to 5%. So based on this, it looks like it's actually closer to 3%. And then this is probably about 0.1%. So we've already calculated the numbers. So secret SW is 0.1. Prism Pet is 3%. And we can also do the math as well. So 0.1, all right. We're going to have to do that on our calculator as well. So 0.1 divided by 100 is 0.01. So this is the odds of a prismatic SW unit, guys. 0.1%, if you guys wanted to know that information. All right, so 0.01%. That means the exotic unit is 0.01%. And this is that. Now, I've already done the math on the prismatic SW pet. And based on my calculations, it is about a 0.5% chance for your prismatic pet, based on my calculations. So these are our current numbers. I don't know the numbers for the normal ones. I only know the numbers for the SWs. I haven't seen anybody get a cat yet that's a normal cat. If somebody does, I will update you on that information. But as of right now, these are the drop rates that we know of. Okay, so for the secret SW, it's a 0.1, 1 in 1,000. For the exotic SW, it's a 0.01, so 1 in 10,000. For the prismatic SW, it is 1 in 100,000 drop rate. And then the mount's about 4%. Somewhere I'd say between 3 and 5%. Prism Pet is 3%, and Prism Pet SW is about 0.5%. This number also might change. I could say it could be as low as 0.3%. I would not be surprised, guys. It could very well be this number. So based on my calculations, it's somewhere between 0.25 and 0.5%. I will finalize these numbers a little bit later, and I might make an updated video if the devs respond. So that is pretty cool. Now let's see if there's any items we are missing in the AFK zone, and we will also add those to our calculations. Let's take a look here. So I believe that actually factors pretty much everything in. So it looks like based on this, everything is rarer than the other one. So I'm gonna be honest, based on these calculations, we can also estimate the non-secret numbers. So it looks like the secret is about 6 times less rare than the normal one. And oh, actually it tells us right here, guys, 22,000 of these exist. Okay, so we can already do the math. So 22 compared to 3.8. So let's do the math. And actually, wait a second. Can I get the updated odds? Let me see if I can get the updated odds. 3.8. Okay. So we got 22. Oh, wait, 22. That's actually. Ooh, okay. Actually, we got the real math. Here we go, guys. So it is a 25,000 exist. And you have about a 1 in 5 chance of it being this. So that means we can multiply this by about 5%. So it looks like if you guys just want the normal secret unit, is about a 0.4%. I would say probably about 0.5 for a normal secret unit based on these numbers. And that means I'm assuming all the ratios are the same. So assuming all the ratios are the same, if you want the normal prismatic, so prismatic unit is going to be about 0.05%. And if you want the normal exotic unit, all right, it is going to be about 0.05% as well. So, and these numbers might be combined, so it might be more like 0.04. So I'll put that there. It's about 0.04 to 0.05. So, all right, I'll put that there too. So there you go, guys. Those are all the updated odds. I'm going to upload this in a YouTube short as well. You guys can let me know what you think about these odds. I know a lot of people have been looking for these, and I'm pretty sure these are pretty close to correct. I'm going to be honest. If they showed me the actual numbers, I will be very surprised that they're far off from this. So if you guys are a dev, you guys can hopefully tell us the odds. I'm actually 255 exists. So yeah, I'm pretty close. So 30 of these exist and 255 of these exist. Actually, that math is a little bit different on these. So this one is about a 10x difference. So we can actually do the math on that one. Urchins, 2.4K. Okay. Oh, actually, wait. So it looks like it's about the same chance as a Sir Urchin as one of these. And that's the normal Sir Urchin. So that's about right, yeah. So it looks like 0.01 is about right for the exotic unit. So yeah, probably maybe it might even be higher than this. So it's pretty close. I'll say 0.5% to about 1%. All right, and then 0.01 to 0.02. And it looks like prismatic units is about a, it might be closer to a 10 ratio. So it's probably 0.01 to 0.005, somewhere in that range. So there you go, guys. Updated numbers. Comment down below what you think. I know these are just estimates, but I think we're pretty close. So catch you guys in the next one. Peace.